Think you know the truth about dogs? You might be surprised by how many myths surround our furry friends. Take the idea that dogs misbehave out of spite. This couldn't be further from the truth. Unlike humans, dogs don't hold grudges or act out of complex emotions. Their behavior stems from instincts, environmental factors, or unmet needs. This video will debunk 10 of this popular myth and learn how to better understand our furry friends. Without further ado, let's begin. Myth 1. A wagging tail always means a happy dog. We often assume that a dog wagging its tail is always a sign of joy. However, this is not always the case. Dogs use their tails to communicate a range of emotions, including excitement, fear, and even aggression. Pay attention to the whole body, not just the tail. A dog's overall body language can provide a more complete picture of its emotional state. Look at the ears, eyes, and posture to get a better understanding of what the dog is trying to communicate. If the dog's body seems relaxed, the wag probably means happiness. A loose, wiggly body with a wagging tail is a good indication that the dog is feeling content and friendly. But if the body is stiff or the dog is growling, be careful. These are signs that the dog is feeling defensive or aggressive. In such cases, it's best to give the dog some space and avoid making any sudden movements. Myth 2. 1 human year equals 7 dog years. The idea that a dog ages 7 years for every human year is misleading. Dogs age much faster in their early years than in later ones. For example, a 1-year-old dog is roughly equivalent to a human teenager, capable of reproducing and full of youthful energy. After the first couple of years, the aging process slows down, and the rate differs by breed and size. Larger breeds, like Great Danes, tend to have shorter lifespans and age faster than smaller breeds like Chihuahuas. So instead of a 7-year rule, it's best to consult a vet for an accurate understanding of your dog's aging process. They can provide advice on nutrition and overall care specific to your dog's age and breed. Myth 3. Dogs are completely colorblind. A common myth that dogs see the world in black and white is a great misconception. While dogs don't perceive colors the same way humans do, they are far from completely colorblind. Dogs have 2 types of color receptors, compared to the 3 that humans have. This means they see a more limited range of colors, similar to a human with red-green color blindness. They can distinguish shades of blue and yellow, but struggle with reds and greens, which appear as shades of gray or brown. Their vision is designed for detecting movement and seeing well in dim light, which suited their ancestors as hunters. So, while their color palette may be limited, it's anything but black and white. Myth 4. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. This couldn't be further from the truth. Dogs, regardless of age, are capable of learning new commands, behaviors, and even tricks. Older dogs often bring focus and calmness to training, making them excellent learners. Sure, puppies are quick to pick things up, but senior dogs have experience and patience on their side. Positive reinforcement, consistency, and patience are key. Training an older dog not only strengthens your bond, but also keeps their mind active and sharp. So, whether they're young or old, every dog can learn something new with a little encouragement. Myth 5. A dry nose means a sick dog. A common myth is that a dry nose automatically means a dog is sick, but this isn't always true. A dog's nose can naturally alternate between wet and dry throughout the day. For example, after a nap, a dog's nose might feel dry, which is completely normal. Environmental factors like weather or indoor heating can also cause changes in nose moisture. While a persistently dry or cracked nose could indicate a health issue, it's not a reliable standalone symptom. To be sure of your dog's overall health, look at their energy levels, appetite, and behavior. Myth 6. Dogs eat grass only when they're sick. While some dogs eat grass when they have an upset stomach, most dogs eat grass for entirely different reasons. Grass is thought to be a source of fiber that aids digestion, or it may simply be an enjoyable snack due to its texture and taste. Additionally, some dogs chew grass out of boredom. Some experts believe it's an instinctual behavior inherited from their wild ancestors. However, excessive grass eating could indicate a dietary deficiency or gastrointestinal issue, so monitor their habits and consult their vet if need be. Myth 7. Certain breeds are naturally aggressive. Aggression in dogs is not determined by breed alone. Breeds like pit bulls, Rottweilers, or Dobermans often carry this unfair reputation. However, research and experts in canine behavior emphasize that aggression is not hardwired into a specific breed. It's shaped by a combination of factors, including training, socialization, and environment. While some breeds may have traits like strength or protectiveness due to their historical roles, this doesn't mean they are inherently aggressive. A well-raised dog of any breed can be friendly and gentle, just as a poorly socialized dog of any breed can exhibit problematic behaviors. It all comes down to how they're nurtured, not their breed label. Myth 8. Dogs have cleaner mouths than humans. It's often said that a dog's mouth is cleaner than humans, but this is not exactly true. While dog saliva does contain some antibacterial properties, their mouths are full of bacteria from licking, chewing, and eating various things. Even when most of these bacteria aren't harmful, it's always a good idea to avoid sharing utensils or letting dogs lick open wounds to minimize any health risks. Their oral hygiene depends on diet, dental care, and overall health. Myth 9. Dogs only sweat through their tongues. Another widely held myth is the belief that dogs only sweat through their tongues, but this isn't entirely accurate. While panting is indeed their primary way of cooling down, dogs do have sweat glands. They're just not located all over their bodies like in humans. Instead, dogs sweat through their paw pads and nose. However, these sweat glands play a minimal role in cooling them off. Panting is far more effective, as it helps evaporate moisture from the tongue and upper respiratory tract to regulate their body temperature. Myth 10. Letting dogs fight it out resolves aggression. Allowing dogs to engage in aggressive behavior can escalate conflicts, reinforce negative behaviors, and even cause physical injury. Dogs don't naturally sort out hierarchy or issues through fighting. They rely on body language and social signals to communicate. So when aggression arises, it's better you intervene calmly and redirect their attention. Professional training and proper socialization are key to addressing aggressive tendencies in a controlled, positive way. You encouraging fights only undermines trust and creates a more stressful environment for the dogs involved. Our understanding the truth about dogs helps us care for them better and build stronger relationships with these furry companions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating pet facts. Thanks for watching, and give your pup some extra love today.